Hello everyone, my name is Gavishidaya and I'm here with another lesson, that is second move pawn f6 in open positions. Okay, so white will play pawn e4, black will play e5, knight f3, and black will continue pawn f6 to support the pawn e5. There are other ways to continue the position, that is black can play knight c6, or black can play pawn d6, or black can play knight to f6, that is second move knight f6. But why people play pawn to f6? There are two reasons. One, usually people may continue second move c6, and with this move they would have lost so many games, or maybe with second move d6 also they would have lost some games. That's why they wanted to try something different. So second move f6 people will play. So one thing we have to realize, if you lose some games, not because of some particular opening variation or something, it is because of so many factors are there. Lack of knowledge, lack of concentration during that particular time, and so on. Okay, so that is a different topic. But today we'll continue with the analysis of how white player can continue if black plays pawn f6. So recently I asked my students that if after second move f6, what will you play? Some students told that I will play knight into e5. Some other students who are recently joined, so they said that I want to play bishop c4 because that's a general developing move. I want to play knight to c3, that is also general developing move. I want to play pawn to d4, that is also opening the line for our pieces to come out. Those are all okay, but when your opponent makes a mistake, you have to take advantage of that particular move, and you should try to take advantage, I mean to say, okay, and you should try to win the match. Basically, with only one mistake, you will not win the match, but some mistakes are so critical that, of course, you'll one player, especially black player in this position, will have disadvantage. If not losing, they will have little worse position. Okay, we'll continue with the analysis. So white should continue with knight into e5, and black will play pawn into e5. If black don't get into trouble, they can even play queen to e7, that is lesser evil. Then white will get back the knight to f3, and black can play queen into e4, and white will continue with bishop e2, followed by castling. Okay, so 1 minute. Yeah, castle. So white is well developed. Okay, our main today's main discussion is that knight into e5, f into e5. This is the topic we are discussing today. Okay, yeah. After black plays pawn into e5, white will play queen to h5. So black is having two options. One is to play pawn to g6, another is to play king to e7. If black plays pawn g6, white will play queen into e5, queen e7, queen into h8. Okay, so white is winning a rook in return for the knight. Of course, one or two pawns got exchanged, that is fine. Okay, after f into e5, queen h5, black played king e7. This is one of the variations. Queen into e5, now black is left with only one option, that is king f7. Now, I request you guys to pause the video and come up with best combination for white. Pause video for some time, and then you continue a little later. I mean to say, continue after you get the move. Okay, so here white should continue with bishop c4. After bishop c4, black has two options again. One is to move the king to g6. Another option is to play pawn d5. Okay, let's continue with king g6 first. Then we'll analyze the variation with pawn to d5. After king g6, white has to continue with the queen f5 check. So king has to go to h6. Now white should play pawn d4 and give check from the bishop. This is discard check. So black is left with two options, but out of those two, black will not play queen g5 because queen into g5 checkmate. So black will play pawn g5. After black plays pawn g5, white has to get a reservoir into play, that is h1 rook into play. That means white has to play pawn h4. Now black cannot capture pawn takes h4 because there is a pin. Can you see the bishop is making a pin for the black king? If you don't know what is pin, pin is one of the tactics. Okay, so maybe in upcoming lessons I'll be working on that particular idea also. So today we'll just understand what is pin means. That is, if one pawn is in some particular square, that pawn cannot go away because other pieces will be threatening your some other pieces. And here, okay, black can play something like bishop e7 or something, or maybe king g7. Anything is fine, it doesn't matter because black's position is already lost. So if black plays any move like king g7 or bishop e7, doesn't make any difference. It will be white's next two moves will result in a checkmate for the black king. Let's say bishop e7. White will play h into g5 check. This is called double check. Double check means, look, white is giving check from the pawn, and also white is giving check from the, okay, let me give only one color for check from rook as well as check from the pawn. This is called double check. When there is a double check, one has to move the king. That means king has to go to g7. And I hope you spotted the checkmating move. If you are not, please pause the video and find out checkmate. And once you get your own move, you can continue running the video. Okay, so I guess you got it. Queen f7 checkmate. So this is the position. I mean to say, this is a variation with the direct king to after king f7 direct after king f7 bishop c4 and direct to king to g6. That variation I mean to say. Let me show you that variation. I mean to say king f7 bishop c4 and king g6, directly king g6 black is playing, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we will analyze the variation if black plays pawn d5. If black plays pawn to d5, now white will play bishop takes d5. Then black will play king g6. Okay, why did give black give the pawn on d5? Because white cannot play queen f5 check now because the bishop is controlling that side. But white has an option to decoy that bishop, or maybe kind of deflection decoy, both a kind of similar ideas. White should deflect that bishop, you can say. Okay, deflect that bishop out of control of f5 square. Please think, pause the video and think for some time, then continue running the video. How can white continue? Okay, I guess you got it. Bishop takes b7. Okay, this is one of the ideas. Or maybe white can play one more option, directly h4. Idea to play h5 and look for checkmating ideas. When black plays pawn to h6, now white can play bishop into b7. This is more accurate continuation, I can say. Okay. All right. So h4, h6, and bishop into b7. And black will play bishop into b7, and you can checkmate with queen f5. So this is how you can checkmate. Or there is one more variation. Black can decline the sacrifice, and maybe black can play something like knight f6 or something. But here in this case, we can play queen in bishop into a8. Not queen into bishop into a8, and you are winning a rook. So that's a winning position. Or if black plays bishop takes b7, you are checkmating with queen f. So let's get back. So second move f6 is mistake in my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any doubts, you can just write in a comment below, and I'll just clarify those doubts. And if you want a kind of videos like different lessons, so please suggest me some kind of videos so that I can prepare videos on that particular topic. I mean to say, you can suggest me a topic and I can prepare a video in that particular topic, and make sure that you guys understand the things and you can play better games. Thank you so much, and see you in next video. And today is International Chess Day, so I wish everyone happy International Chess Day. Thank you. Bye.